This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted as always as to be joined by Mr. Peter Fury.
Yeah, good to speak with you, KUGAN, as always, mate.
How are you?
Good, not bad. Just training away with the Savannah and Yui, and that's it at the minute.
All right, we shall come on to both of those fighters in a little bit. I just wondered whether you'd been keeping up to date over the last couple of days with the antics from Dallas. It seems to be very lively over there, shall we say?
All these things happen, don't they? I think the main thing is that it's a hard ring surface. That's the main thing. The size of the ring, really, 18, 20, 22, shouldn't matter too much.
I mean, I was just thinking yesterday, actually, that, I mean, your issue from Dusseldorf wasn't to do with the ring size, it was to do with the actual canvas, wasn't it? But, I mean, if I remember correctly, being in Dusseldorf, like, you guys were actually prepared to actually just walk away from that fight over that situation, weren't you?
Yeah, that was different because he couldn't have won it because the ring didn't enable him to move at all. So when he's a mover, he's not a standstill, as you know, one-punch knockout artist. He's got to move. So, you know, that's what it was. So he would have, he'd have come away with not the belts. So that was a case of we had no choice and we was going home. Whether he liked it or not at the time, I don't know. He wasn't even asked. He was going home regardless because we're not going to do that. But the thing is, that was our issue. It wasn't the ring size. It was the canvas. The ring size, to be honest, 18, 20, 22. You don't want it too big, do you? Because if everybody's flying around the ring and not throwing any punches, it's not going to, one, it's not going to work, and one, is not going to lift titles like that. So it is. I think if it's around the 20-foot mark, it's fine anyway. That's my opinion.
Well, I don't think the situation has been completely resolved yet. Canelo wants 20, he wants 24, so I don't know, common sense say put a 22-foot, keep everyone happy, and I don't know.
You know what's difficult with this fight, it's one, he is a very good opponent, but he's only a man. And like I've always said, every man's beatable, so he can win it. But it's just how, because it's over there, it's in Mexico, and I think their tactics will be, to move around, very light on his feet, feint, and then attack in bunches and move again, and slipping up into southpaw and all of that, which is very complicated, And like I said, if he feints and he comes in with 2s and 3s and he gets off again, and if he can keep that going, then there's a very good chance. But the problem is with the fine balance is it's over there. So if Canelo's pushing it all the time and he's forcing it, and he's picking his shots and he's moving this, that, and the other, I don't know what the situation's going to be. It's very difficult. He can only do his best, and I'm sure he'll put up a good fight anyway. He could even win it. But what I'm saying to you is they've got to be very, very careful over there by thinking, and boxing and moving away, and Canelo's coming all the time. That could be another way where Canelo's going to win it. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult. It's a difficult task over there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it will feel like Mexico. It's obviously over the A&T Stadium in Dallas, but there's going to be no Brits there, as in the fans. It's going to be a full capacity, weighted in Canelo's favour crowd-wise. Billy Joe wouldn't have experienced that kind of fight night before with that kind of hostility, I should imagine. But I shouldn't imagine that would faze Billy Joe at all.
I don't think he will. I think it'll give him more inspiration, to be fair. See it, look, it's going to be a good fight. He's a very good fighter, Canelo. We know he's an elite level fighter. He's at the top of his game, isn't he? So it'll be a tremendous feat if he can pull it off. But that's all they need to be careful with me looking at it, is where they don't just do enough to try and nick it, but that ain't going to be enough over there. So I think if he's in and out with his shots and he's feinting, going one way, southpaw, feinting the other way, and then in, quick attacks and off again, if that's working, you know, maybe mid to late rounds, he needs to like come in and get stuck in a bit more just to put the icing on the cake. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what it is over there. But to be fair, if he can come away with a moral victory, it'll be good enough, won't it? You know, because if everybody can see that he's won and got robbed over there, then that's fine as well, isn't it? It's just one of them, isn't it?
Is it? Is that fine? Do people settle for that?
Well, what can you do? Because listen, you can't control judges in fucking Mexico, can you? You can't even control them back here. Look what happened last week, which is Ora and Parker. Look what happened there. We're not silly. We're not fucking blind, are we?
I mean, it's fair to say that Billy Joe not just has to win the round, but he has to win it very, very convincingly.
I don't think. No, I don't think he. For me, I think if he tries to do every round convincingly, he could play into Canelo's hands. He doesn't want to be stood in front of Canelo, does he?
No.
I think the thing is move. I think they'll have it right anyway. There's no point me talking. You know, I'm only giving an opinion. But I think all I'm saying is to move and punch and do all of that and do his game plan and don't be under pressure, you know. But halfway through, if it's definitely working and it's going well, somewhere mid to late rounds, he needs to step on the gas and really dig them shots in, you know, on Canelo. Because unless it is, you know, over in Mexico, they like forward fighters. That's number one. So it's, you know, he wants to come away with the belt. He doesn't want to be coming second or putting up a good show. He wants to win it. So for me, that's the only thing they have to be careful of, because they do like people coming forward over there. Well, that's what we see in it. We're Mexicans.
I saw a tweet earlier from someone. I can't remember who it was from, but they questioned whether Billy Joe Saunders had kind of been in with enough quality opposition in his whole career to put him in good stead with fighting Canelo. And I think when you kind of look at Billy Joe's best wins in his career, Lemieux, Andy Lee, and then obviously way before that, Chris Eubank. I mean, those three wins are very, very good, notable wins. I mean, I'm not saying that that's going to have any impact into him going in there, but I just saw a tweet, someone questioning Billy Joe's opponents over the years. What do you think?
I think he's beat good. No, look, they've been good world champions. He's beat them, but they're world champions. This is elite level. This is like Sugar Ray Leonard level. This is Marvin Hagler level, isn't it? This is Mayweather level. This ain't world champion level. So that's the difference. So you're right, because this is a level. It's a big jump. But like, who are you going to get anyway? Who's on Canelo's level out there? There ain't, is he? So can he do the jump? I think he can. I think, look, it means his life, you know, and it's, you know, he's just got to have the mindset, hasn't he, which he will have. He's got absolutely nothing to lose and all to gain. And he is just a man. So he needs to get in there, as he will do, 100% confident, and get the job done. That's all he needs to think about. Because, listen, if you can't hit it, then what are you going to do? And the best one in the world, if he's been practicing solely on that, you know, he could cause a massive upset, and it would be, wouldn't it? It'd be a fantastic achievement.
Would this be is this a bigger task, Peter, than what you guys faced against Klitschko?
I would say it is, because Klitschko was in his twilight years. Don't forget, Klitschko was like kicking on 40. He'd been at the top for many years, hadn't he? You know, and he looks a bit stale, Klitschko. He was coming to the end of it. But not taking anything away from that fight. But this is Canelo. He's in his prime. This is a guy that's the best of what he can be right now.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. That's the only difference, though.
But you've got to be in it to win it. And if you're not in it to fight guys like this, then what are you doing it for, you know?
Yeah, and listen, and you've got to be 100% confident, not 99, not 99.9%. You've got to be 110% confident in getting in there and doing it. Like I said, he's got nothing to lose. But looking at it, yes, it's a tall order. Yes, he's an elite fighter, and it's going to be extremely difficult. But everything's winnable. And let me tell you, you know, Canelo could be on an off night. So he might get in there. You just don't know. Anything can happen in boxing. He's in it, and he's in it to win it. And that's all. That's what makes it enjoyable. And it'll be nice to see it. Whatever happens, I'm going to enjoy it anyway. But Canelo, is an elite level fighter. So, you know, he's got it all to do there, but it's achievable. And if anybody can, he's got the style. The only thing that's with him, he's just got to be, the commitment's got to be there, the dedication and everything else. And from what I'm seeing and the way he looks, it's all there, isn't it? Mm. So there's no stone unturned. So what can you do? Well, I'll tell you what you can do. Think, right, fuck you, let's have a fight, mate. That's it, isn't it? Forget everything else. Get in and get stuck in. And say, right, Canelo, I'm going to rip top of your head off, mate. That's it. I've gone through hell. I'm going to give you hell.
Yeah.
So that's the way they got to look at it, isn't it? But, you know, it's going to be very, very good anyway. I don't see Canelo blowing through him at all, because what Canelo will be doing, be looking at his past fights. But he'll raise his game. My opinion is he'll raise his game a lot different than them past fights because of who he's facing. That's what makes it very interesting.
Well, not long to find out, literally 3 days.
I said, what's your opinion on it?
Well, my opinion is that, listen, without going over old ground, we know it's going to be very, very difficult. But if there's someone who's capable of doing this, it's Billy Joe. But all those things have to be right, what you're talking about. He has to be fully committed, full belief to go in there without any hesitation. And I think, like I said, he's capable of doing it, but whether someone's capable of doing it and actually doing it is two different things. So, obviously, listen, I'm backing Billy Joe to do this. So, listen, either way, like you said, it's going to be a great fight. But let's hope he can do it.
Yeah, that's true. But also, the nice thing is that he's gone through his career and he's got the opportunity to do something which is very, very special. So he's there. He's got.
All right, okay.
It'll be amazing. I said it would be an amazing thing towards the end of his career. You know, a lot of people don't get them chances, but he's got a chance to do something very special. So it's all good, isn't it? There's no failure, is there? Whatever happens, it's a win-win for him.
Absolutely. Well, listen, we'll see what happens. Like I said, 2 or 3 days. I can't wait for this fight, and neither can you. So let's hope he can put it up. Yeah, Pete, I wanted to go back to the weekend, really. Chisora Parker. A lot of people believe that Derek did enough to win that fight. It was a close fight, but what was your take on it?
I gave Parker 2 rounds and drawn 2.
Okay.
That was it. So where does that put the scores?
Right, okay. So you clearly thought that Derek won that fight?
Yeah, you know, them body shots, you know, look, you know, Joseph Parker, he wasn't blocking them shots with his elbows. Them shots was going in. You know, they're proper scoring shots they are. You know, so I don't know what they was looking at. You know, look, he was going to the body a hell of a lot, Chisora. He was coming forward, he was forcing the pace. You know, and he was having the better of it. You know, he looked like he was in control of the fight. You know, he was in control of the fight. You know, so that's all I give. You know, I give Joseph 2 rounds and drawn 2. There was 50-50. It's a couple of the rounds, but the rest of them I had to give to Chisora. You know, then body shots he was putting in and coming forward. You know, throwing combinations, 2s and 3s. You know, how can you not give it to somebody who's like that? Mm. So that's what I say. You know, Parker needs credit because he went the full distance. He was calm under the pressure. He just didn't do enough. But I think if there's a rematch, I think it won't go the way Derek Chisora wants it, because I think Parker is young enough, and I think the time he's been with Andy Lee isn't long enough to make the adjustments. So it wasn't long enough. So I think he once he's with Andy Lee for a considerable amount of time, I think he'll do a lot better, because Andy knows his boxing, and he'll be looking at the things he needs to work on and correcting them. You know, Derek, he needs to go back to when he fought Usyk. He needs to get in that shape, because he wasn't in that shape the other night. So if he comes in, I've always said, if Derek comes in the way he fought Alexander Usyk, and in that kind of shape is a problem for any heavyweight. You know, but if he thinks he can come in the fight and do the same thing he done last time to Joseph Parker next time, that won't happen. So that's my opinion on it. But did he win that fight, Chisora? Yes, in my opinion, I thought he won it clear.
But you believe that if that was the time for Derek to have won that fight, if it goes a rematch, then that might not go Derek's way?
Yeah, I do. I think it won't. You know, it'll be a different Parker next time because he's, like I said, he's not had long enough to adjust into his new surroundings. And you know, you can't learn things in 5 minutes. You know, a few weeks, which is like 6 weeks or 7 weeks, just ain't long enough. But by the time they implement and work on the mistakes and what they've done wrong, it'll be a different fight next time.
We'll see what happens. I know David Haye and Chisora have been putting out that they want that rematch, so we'll see how that pans out.
You know, people come out with all these comments, but I did say before the fight I fancied Parker to win it. You know, I tipped him to win it. But, you know, I am black and white. I see what I see, and you know, I think I know heavyweight boxing. You know, even if I can say when my son's had a shit fight, it's a shit fight. I'm certainly going to tell the truth about anybody else, aren't I?
Very true.
So that's what we're here for, to see exactly as we see things.
Coming on to your boy Hughie, obviously we've, you know, spoke over the last 2 or 3 weeks about, you know, with Eddie, etc., about when he's going to be next out. Has there been any more discussions or developments with Hughie and his next fight date?
No, I've not heard from anyone regards Hughie. So he's just training away, and hopefully, you know, we'll get this date in early June we're talking about.
Okay.
I can't tell you any more on it. But I'm very happy with Hughie. He's tweaking bits and pieces at the time, so he's doing you no harm at all, to be honest with you. So he's just polishing his game up. So I'm very happy with Hughie and his progress.
And has there been any more discussions regarding Savannah Marshall and Clarissa Shields, Peter?
I'm not at the moment. I know Eddie's dealing with that side, so he's dealing with it. So there's not much I know about it. I know he's looking to get Savannah out again in July, so she'll fight again in July, hopefully for that IBF world title. So that's what I think Savannah's looking at. I think Eddie's trying to get that sorted. So that's where we are with Savannah.
So as far as you're concerned, her next fight, that's what you're looking at, the IBF?
Yeah, I think that's the next route for Savannah. And, you know, look, if that fight comes towards the end of the year, you know, fantastic. You know, if things are right, she'll take it.
Okay. Well, listen, Peter, I appreciate some of your time. Like I said, there's still a few more days to the weekend, but yeah, come Saturday night.
Who's on the undercard of that, Bill?
Kieran Conway's fighting that Sissoko. That fight was meant to have happened on the AJ Pulev card, wasn't it? So that fight takes place on there. I think there's a heavyweight, Frank Sanchez. He's on the card. And then there is
It'll be interesting to see. I've not seen him, this Frank Sanchez. I've not seen him box. I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, and also, sorry, there is a WBO World Light Flyweight title between Soto and Takayama. So, but yeah, from a British interest point of view, on the undercard, it's just Kieran Conway. And Keyshawn Davis, that highly rated prospect, he's on the card. And I think it's a lot of that kind of the Matchroom US fighters that are on that card, the prospect. So
still a decent undercard, though, isn't it?
It should be, yes.
So it'll be good. Are you staying up, KUGAN, and watching it?
Absolutely.
What time is the main event going to be on?
Well, looking at the timings for that, it's going to be a start time of 1 o'clock and then probably a main event time of around 4 o'clock. So one of those ones, but yeah, I'm not going to risk going to bed just in case I didn't get up. So I'll wait up for it.
You know, there's the Zone app. Can you put it on the TV?
Yes, if you've got a smart TV.
Got a smart TV. So
yeah.
how do we do it? Because I'll tell you what it is. Yeah, let's just say I go to YouTube on the apps.
Yeah.
Right. I can't see the DAZN app. How does it work?
You need to search for the DAZN app on your smart TV, because I did it once for the Callum Smith fight. It's exactly what you need to go and find DAZN by searching it. It won't come up as like a Netflix or.
Oh, that's fine then. So you go on YouTube, yeah?
No, don't go on YouTube. You just go onto your smart TV, like on the search thing on your smart TV, and if you type in DAZN
on the normal search channel.
Yeah, do you know, like, you've got like all smart TVs have got like a media player on it, yeah, where you have all those apps you're talking about, like Netflix, Amazon Prime, so in there'll be a search where if you type in DAZN, it should come up. That's what happened. I've got a Sony TV, and that's what I did. I literally went through the media portal for whatever TV you've got, typed in DAZN, it came up, then it stays on.
Got you. Because I've got it on my phone.
Yeah, I've got it on my phone as well, so just in case. But I've got it on my phone, laptop, and I've got it on the TV. So, but if I'm at home, obviously, I'll be watching it on the TV. There is it's not.
I'll try and get it on the TV.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. Just if you struggle, just ring me on Saturday, and I'll try and talk you through it.
Yeah, that'll do. I'll definitely be ringing you probably. I'll be on the phone.
It is easy when you know how to do it, Peter. It is simple. It is because. But beforehand, I had to get a bit of advice. But once it's on there, it's on there. So, you know.
Yeah, very good. Well, everybody needs to tune in, don't they?
Absolutely, absolutely.
That'll be very good.
Okay, Peter, have you got anything else you'd like to add before we finish?
No, that's it, Kugan.
No doubt. I suppose we'll catch up over the weekend for a reaction to this, whatever pans out in Dallas.
No problem.
Let's hope we pull it off.
Yeah, listen, he's all to win, nothing to lose. That's where he's got to look at it. Like I said, it's only a man. He's very beat. He is. Well, I'm not saying he's very beatable by putting Canelo down. I think he's a great fighter.
Yeah,
he's one of the best. He's an elite fighter. You know, but what I'm saying is, you know, there's an answer to every problem. In boxing, there is an answer to every problem. So it's just finding that answer and having that confidence and sticking to it. You know, there's a lot of things involved as well. He doesn't want to burn himself out and then halfway through start getting tired with Canelo either.
Yeah.
You know, so there's plenty of things to look at. It is what it is, isn't it? You know, the good thing is though, none of us are involved. We can sit back, we can enjoy it. And that's all you can do, isn't it? That's why we're fans of boxing, Kugan, isn't it? Just sit back and enjoy and see how it unfolds.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. Peter, again, appreciate your time. And like I said to you, we'll be speaking to you hopefully Sunday, and we'll get a reaction to you.
No problem, Kugan. Enjoy the fights.
All right, top man. You too, Peter. Much appreciated.
Yeah. See you, Kugan.